Right, short video just to show you how I've set up a action camera on my mountain bike handlebars. As you can see, camera obviously facing forward there. You can see the brackets I've used. So you tighten up that one that I'm touching there and that one there, tighten up that, attach another bolt there. It's got that bendy part on it there. You see I can move the camera more left or right if I want. I can't really get it much tighter than that, so hopefully it's not going to flop around too much when I'm cycling. Okay, then I've got this flat pad that's attached to that part there I'm touching, and then you can just slip the normal buckle that you attach your GoPro to in that. Okay, so that's my very basic setup. Okay, so buckle simply slips into that flat platform. Tighten that up there. I haven't tightened it up completely now because I'm going to take it off and show the entire setup. In fact, why don't I do that? Oh god, one-handed is going to be really impossible. Anyway, you get the idea. This particular bracket I'll show you because I've got other ones set up. Okay, so similar setup. This part comes with the action camera I'm demonstrating. SJCam is the make I've got, but there are loads of other action cameras that look very similar with different brand names. So you've got those to fit around the handlebar. Then you attach, hold on, let me take this off. Right. Then you've got the little part like that. This bit here screws onto the bottom of one of these flat platforms, and then you really have to just tightly squeeze the buckle. I guess I could do it much easier than that, but and then the buckle that you normally have attached to your SJCam or GoPro slides into that. Okay. So you can see, and that bit obviously comes off there. Ugh, God, that one's super tight. No, I don't want to break it, but all that does is that screws onto the bottom there. That's a separate part screwed onto that. Okay. So there you go. That's how to attach one to your mountain bike. And obviously you've got easy reach to switch it on and press the record buttons, and then you can film full HD 1080p footage of you out on your bike. And in case you're wondering, I drilled that hole in this acrylic plastic material so that I can, when I was using these action cameras in a car, I can attach the cable in there to run it off power instead of the battery. And also if you drill holes on the back, it'll pick up the sound a lot better if you're talking in your car and you want to pick up what you're saying. Otherwise the sound is really muffled on SJCams. It's a lot quieter than on GoPros. It's much worse. So drill holes if you want sound, but obviously it's no longer waterproof. Okay, so that's how to set it up. I think that looks pretty good for a first attempt. Anyway, there you go. Thanks for watching. Oh, I might as well quickly show you. And quite confused. The SJCam that I'm showing, they're called an SJCam SJ4000. These are probably an older model now. I don't know if you can still buy them, but there's loads of cameras you can still buy with this same similar look and design. So you'll probably have a different name the one you buy. I can't recommend any of the cheaper ones. These were about £70 each. I've seen them as cheap as £30 for different brands, but they probably don't last anywhere near as long, and they're probably junk. But and when you buy these boxes for 70 quid, you don't just get, you get the action camera, which looks like this when it's out of the waterproof case. That's all it is, just a tiny little thing like that. That's just the waterproof housing for it. They also give you a spare one, I think, and then they give you all kinds of brackets. That one, as you can see, crocodile teeth you can clip onto something. All kinds of different buckles and brackets. Got some Velcro straps, cable ties, all these different brackets for attaching them to different things. I don't even know. I mean, I wish they'd put some instructions in the box to tell you what each of these could be used for. They should have diagrams, but they don't. So lots of different brackets. This came from somewhere else. This is something else. I might have bought this separately on eBay or something. Don't know where that came from. And then you can buy, if you're going to use these in your car, you can buy all kinds of flat pads to stick on your dashboard, and then you slide the buckle into these. They've got the sticky 3M adhesive on them, and you just stick them on your dashboard, slide the buckle in, and you can use them as dash cams. You can also, just to show you, that's the same, there you go. You can buy these separately as well. I think you can buy these for about £3 on eBay if you need a spare one, if you want to drill one and experiment, drill holes in it. You're going to need a power drill to do that. This is blooming tough stuff. So that's all the bits and bobs they give you. That's my failed GoPro Hero 3. That's packed up after a few years of use. All kinds of other bits and bobs. You can also buy these buckles. So you're going to need spares. I've broken some of these. Are broken. You see, it's broken that bit there. They break a lot, so buy some spares. Again, eBay has spares, or AliExpress.com probably has spares. Buy more than you need, because unfortunately they do break quite a lot. And then obviously to charge up the little batteries that are inside of the SJCams, you're also going to need to buy some chargers. What does that one say? Oh, that one's for a GoPro. Let's have a look. And it's a good idea to stick. Now it's another GoPro one. But anyway, they charge up 2 batteries at a time. These are only about £2 on eBay, and you get the same ones that look the same that work for. There you go. There's one that works for SJCam charger. 2 batteries stick in that. About, as I said, about a couple of quid on eBay is all they cost. And then you buy these plugs to plug into everything, and that's a dead one, as you can see, but USB plugs are about £1 each. Head straps, I can stick a GoPro on there and wear this on my head to film from a head point of view. You get the idea. And let's just see what else we got. And then this is what the batteries look like, and that's GoPro. And by the way, GoPro batteries do not fit in SJCams. They're separate. They're a different size. There you go. There's an SJCam beside a GoPro one. See, they're shorter. They're slightly thinner. Again, you can buy these cheap on eBay. Buy some spares so that if you're on a long journey and need to keep changing batteries, you can. It's a good idea to number them so that you keep a record of which ones you've used and which ones you haven't, so you don't go and put a dead battery in, for example. I think the Qmux ones are just cheaper GoPro copies, yeah. So anyway, so many parts you can buy for all these, and just to show you, they do not use that kind of SD card. They use micro SD cards. Don't know if I've got any I can show you. See, yes. Okay. Right, hold on a second. Let's just show you. There you go. They use 32 gig micro SD cards. Do not get 64 gig ones. I don't think the SJCams recognise them. And see that 10 at the bottom in a circle? That means class 10. Get class 10 Sandisk Ultra 32 gig cards. Again, these are only about 20 quid on Amazon or eBay. And look out, there's loads of fakes on Amazon. Or there was a few years ago, so be very careful who you buy from. Okay, so that's what you're going to need. And then obviously, usually when you buy an SD card, micro SD card, they give you some kind of adapter, so you slip the tiny little micro SD card into that, and then it becomes this normal SD card size, and then you can slot that into your computer, or if your computer doesn't have one of these kind of slots, you'll then need to buy something like this, an integral SD card reader, and then that slots into that, and then that slots into your computer using the USB connector there. So you'll end up buying so many parts you'll be baffled by what you've got. But this is all the bits I've got to power 3 SJCams and 1 GoPro that I own. So lots and lots and lots of parts. Okay, so anyway, and there you go. Right, thank you for watching. By all means leave me a question as a comment. Okay, you get the idea. That's how to attach it to a bike. Right, thank you for watching. Bye.